It's a match that United needed to win, and they did all what it took to win it. Though the display on the match, on the surface, does not really come out and really display what really happened onto the pitch. But all in all, United is through to the other round, and they're really going to go they're really going to go ahead and face a side which goes by names of Middlesbrough. Welcome to the Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching it from? Please smash the like button, comment and share. That is all to people that are really subscribed to this channel. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this is an instant reaction in there. United have won against Aston Villa by 1-0. I really came out and made a prediction that it's really going to be a tight win for Manchester United, and I really told people that I like United to come in and win this game. But if of the two games, this double header that United is going to play against Aston Villa, because we are playing the same team away at Villa Park over the weekend, if we are ready to go in and decide which teams we needed to win, I really thought that it's better to go ahead and win a game of a team and win that game away at Aston Villa, because I have my reasons. I really came out and stipulated them very well, but let me first get into the game in here. This game started in here, and there are people we never saw into the squad, and we are really shocked. Ronaldo was not in the squad. Sancho was not in the squad. Phil Jones was not in the squad. And Harry Maguire were not into the match squad today. And guess what? The manager really came out and explained their absentia in there. All of them are having minor injuries in there. They are not serious injuries in there, but it looks like they might be ready to play against Aston Villa, especially Ronaldo, Phil Jones, and a player who goes by the names of Sancho. Those three are really supposed to play into that game of Aston Villa in there. And I really feel like we really miss a player like Sancho into this game, because I really hated the selfishness of Rashford and Greenwood. They are too selfish, and each and every time Rashford made a very good release in there early enough, United really saw it that it was really going into their taking positions very well, and we reached on the goal, and some assists were created in there. But guess what? Each and every time they really went ahead to be selfish, United loses in there. So I feel like Rangnick has a lot of things to do on Rashford in there for you. He has to come in and tell him that pass that ball. You are too selfish for this game, and this game doesn't need people who are selfish like you. You get? If at all you want to be the better player in there on the pitch, you need to be a player who is not selfish. Each and every time I really talk about Rashford and his selfishness, people might say that Rokan has an agenda over Marcus Rashford. That's not the case. The case is simple. Look at Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, 3-4 years back, he was playing exactly how Rashford was playing. Has pace, running on the ball, makes good runs, and was selfish, and was not scoring the goals he's scoring right about now. But each and every time you start passing that ball off you, other than being selfish, you turn yourself from being a predictable player to a player who is unpredictable, because each and every player will know that when Rashford takes off one or two players, his third touch is going to be a shoot or a shot to the goal of the opponent. And that's why you saw each and every time he tried to do that into this game of Aston Villa, no shot of his went directly to the goalkeeper. You get? Reason being, everyone knows what his next move is. So I really think one of the biggest tasks for Rangnick is to tell Rashford that, please, don't shoot, and really don't be selfish in there. Don't be predictable. You get? Where it's not that he's not supposed to shoot 100%. No, where they really feel like you are not really in the right position to go in and shoot, then take that shot. Where you are caught into a better position, take that shot. Where you are not into the right position, don't take that shot, please, and play it to another teammate in there for you. And he did it very well in there in the first half, like 2-3 times in there for you. But rest of the times, he would have released Greenwood to go in and get us a goal. A second one in there, he tried to be selfish to shoot the ball to the goalkeeper, and guess what? It was Mings that really slided into that. Do you remember that call? Then he went ahead to miss another one in there. So, and the same applies to Greenwood. Both of them are selfish, and I know they're just saying that you missed out on giving me that ball and you are selfish, and I'm also going to do the same. So it's like, it's reactionary, it's like a revenge. They are revenging to one another, something that does not help Manchester United. Such play does not help Manchester United. We only need players who really come in through and are not selfish in there and are really good at really giving out that ball to other Manchester United players in there. But all in all, I really feel good to see to it that things are really moving well for Manchester United and not moving badly in there for Manchester United in there, because we are really at a level of coming up and really getting wins into these games in there. And it's good to win, because we had some good moments into this game that really saw United really playing something different in there altogether. But that shouldn't be a glimpse. We need it to be a gaze. For those that know a glimpse, you know it very much better in there, and those that know a glaze, you know it, because a glaze takes some time. It takes long to end, because when you're gazing at something, that means you are looking at it for a very long time in there. So that's what a glaze is all about in there. So a glimpse is just something that doesn't last for long. If I told you a glimpsing at something, you just look at it for just, and then you turn off to something else in there. So that's what we need at Manchester United. We've seen glimpses of really United coming in through and doing the needful there for you, as we really took on a side which goes by names of Aston Villa, especially the last 15 minutes of the first half in there. That was the best quarter of this game in there. Those last 15 minutes of the game really looked great in there for a team which goes by names of Manchester United. Though in the second half it looked like we came to fight for our lives. We played for survival. In the second half, we only played for survival, because all the moments, each and every chance we got, it was because United was on the break. Something that I don't really ask for Manchester United. I don't really admire United playing like that, because Villa can't come at Manchester United and play like they are a host team. You get? How dare we sit back for close to 75 minutes because we feel like we still have a goal. We have a goal, and these teams really have to chase us in there for you. That is not United DNA. That's not United DNA in there. But I really feel like, on the positive side, I've seen some glimpses of nice passes in there and some improvement in there. And you look at the defense. So the first positive that we are really crediting Ragnick and his coaching team is one: we are not conceding goals. Again, we've won this game by 1-0 in there, though we've missed very many chances, and Aston Villa could have really scored in there, but David De Gea pulled up some clear saves in there, and 2 of their goals were really cancelled out because their players were offside in there for you, and they're real because VAR had to intervene in there, and these players were totally offside in there. But right about now, let's go to the goal scorer of the day, who goes by names of Scott McTominay. The way they executed that build-up was really great, because that build-up was Scott McTominay can come up against any team, because United gets in a corner, it's headed out, it finds Greenwood gets that ball. After he gets that ball, he plays in Freddie swaps in a very good chip in there. It finds Scott McTominay, he just brushes it slightly, and it went into the lower bottom corner, and United got that goal in there. So when you look at such performances, we don't want them to come once in a while. We want such performances to come game in, game out. Let Scott McTominay and Freddie come up and put up a performance like that for that goal in there, in, game out. And after creating that goal, it does not really give you freedom to louse out, to see to it that our defense is reached on each and every time Villa, all our opponents, really try to attack, because I saw no Freddie stop it. You get? Each and every time it was Varane who really saved the day for us, because he really looked great. He made very many blocks in there and tackles in there that were really on point in there. And we played like we knew that we have the run into the pitch, and Varane was commanding Lindelof very well, because Lindelof looked suspect. Reason is he is coming from COVID, and you know what that means in there. He needs really to get back in there, and United was really suspect because they had no central defender onto the bench. You remember even when that second goal of Aston Villa that was really cancelled, because I think it was Watkins was offside in there who scored it. When Lindelof was down because he had hit his knee on the pole, and they thought was not going to come back. Guess who was coming onto the pitch? It was Alex Telles, meaning that Luke Shaw was going to come and play into the central defense. So United looks really suspect after the departure of of Eric Bailey in there. Phil Jones, who had returned in early enough, is having an ankle pain in there, not a serious injury, but it's just an ankle in there for you. But it looks like United are really suspect in there for you. But we better have Phil Jones back than Harry Maguire. I think Harry Maguire needs to go in there and have his rib treatment in there. And if it's okay, can Harry Maguire go for a surgery? Can he go for a surgery? Because I really feel like a surgery is better for him, and we Manchester United fans are really urging in him to go for a surgery because that's what he deserves. What else does he deserve apart from a surgery? He deserves a surgery, according to me. He deserves a surgery, and that surgery really needs to see him out for some good months because we are looking better. Look at how Lindelof played with Varane and how Varane played that game of Wolverhampton Wanderers alongside Varane in there, alongside Phil Jones in there. It shows you that there is a very big improvement in there when you see this such stuff really coming in and happening at Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share. And guys, let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes Borges. Talk about the Portuguese egg in there. To me, I really feel like he's one of the players that really played very well after Varane. De Gea, my next player that really put up a performance that I really liked today was Bruno Fernandes because he had the game in his control. You get, he released Cavani, he released Rashford, he released Greenwood, and all those were shots on targets. And their poor execution and poor decision, especially Rashford and Greenwood, they made poor decisions in there. They would have really passed in. For Rashford's case, he would have released a player who goes by names of Greenwood, and Greenwood would have even faced an empty net because the keeper was way far in there. And for Greenwood's case, he would have passed into Rashford in there, but he was too selfish to look into goal. His eyes were not even looking into the goal or passing anywhere. His eyes were looking on the ball, and he was trying to shoot, and guess what? Ming slides into it, and it goes like a baby shot to the goalkeeper. And very many chances that Greenwood would have really released his other fellow players in there, especially Diego Dello, making that run in there, and he didn't release him. So Bruno did very well. He played very well today, though he's not yet to the level that we expect him to be, but he played very well in there. He looked good, and I think the more game time he's really going to know to get into this game, he's really going to improve and get us to a level that we are supposed to be in there. And secondly, talk of the manager who came in with a new system, because this system is really tricky because it's like Bruno is playing as a wing player but playing as a midfielder, a central attacking midfielder. So it's really tricky in there for Bruno, and I really feel like it's not time for us to come out and really throw all types of insults to him, because even in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, before he came in, United were not creating a single chance, you get. But when Bruno came in, he got one of the best chances of the game. He tapped the ball in and it hit the bar and came out. He saw Ronaldo in. You saw he had a free kick. In the 45 minutes he came onto the pitch, I think he had like 3 or 4 shots on target. That's the impact of Bruno Fernandes. And people coming out and bashing him out, trust me, United is not United without Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno is the only player we have at United that really does and plan for the team. No player plans for the team. You get, it's Bruno in there. You see him, most of the goals that we score, if he does not put up an assist, he has a third pass, a third assist, or a secondary assist to that goal in there. So a player like Bruno, I think he is really doing great in there, and I really felt like he played well today, though not yet to a level of Bruno Fernandes that we expect him to be in there. The other player that played very well that I really need to put up and really send kudos to is a player who goes by names of Luke Shaw in there. Luke Shaw played very well, very solid in there, and he is looking confident, and going forward, he is really trying to try, you know how players, you see, I'm sorry to say about Tavares. Tavares is an Arsenal player. One thing I like about him, when he's going forward, he does not go towards the line. You get that line in there. He cuts inside. You get, he cuts inside, and he really narrows down the pitch in there. So that's what Bruno. I've seen Luke Shaw doing 3 or 4 runs like those into this game. In fact, you remember the debut of Ronaldo when he returned to Manchester United, that second goal he scored against a team which goes by names of Newcastle, when Shaw made such a run. So such runs are really good. They are really good and legit. And if at all he really keeps doing those, they're really going to see him being one of the best in the world, because you saw him through making such runs. He really had a shot on target in the first half outside the 18 yards box area. So it really looks good to see to it that one of our left backs reaches into such shooting positions. You get, it shows you that he's narrowing down the pitch and making United get lots of numbers into the 18 yards box area in there. Defensively, Shaw was good. Going forward was good, but one problem is his crosses are yet nasty. They are not yet back to those pinpoint crosses that he used to bring in, when you know that when he brings in three, at least one will meet the player of Manchester United. Because I don't remember anyone coming out, any cross of Shaw coming out and meeting a United player. Yet he brought in like 3 or 4 crosses. So I think he needs to sharpen himself up on those crosses that he brings in. Hitman, thank you. Good game, but still poor. No, it's not good. It was a fair game. It was a fair game, because for me, I really rate that game that we only played well for 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes of the first half, from the 30th minute to the 45th minute, that's when United played what we call football. That was United in there for you. It was really United, and we played very well. But the rest of the minutes, we really sat back and we invited Aston Villa's pressure onto our side in there. And I really thank God that in such a game, Harry Maguire was away. He was away because he's suspect and is targeted by these people in there. But Lindelof, with the football intelligence that he has, and by the way, most of the people really underrate Victor Lindelof. They underrate him, but I will tell people that you don't know how good and talented Victor Lindelof is. And when a competent coach comes in at Manchester United, trust me, Harry Maguire, however much is the captain, they strip off the captaincy out of him. And because the reason as to why Harry Maguire is starting all these games is that because he's the captain, and because Rangnick is the interim manager at Manchester United. He doesn't want to cause chaos at Manchester United. He doesn't want to cause it. He doesn't want to cause it. And that's why you see him bringing in Harry Maguire in there to start. But trust me, according to the performances, and trust me, and the ratings and the training, he does not rate better than Eric Bailly. He does not rate Varane and Lindelof. You get? So his performances are way down to that level, to an extent that when Phil Jones came in and played as a central defender in the game of a team which goes by names of Wolverhampton Wanderers, guess what happened? He made us forget Harry Maguire. We forgot about Harry Maguire into that game. Did anyone miss Harry Maguire in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers? Did anyone miss Maguire in the game today? No one missed Harry Maguire. No one missed him, because he's targeted by these teams because they know that he's slow and sloppy in there, and his decision making is slow in there. He's good on the ball. I told people that I was really, by the way, I got this profound imagination and thought. I was even in the bathroom bathing, because when you love this team a lot, each and every time you think about it, I was in the bathroom bathing and I really thought about Virgil van Dijk and Harry Maguire. And I really said that in the coming future, the way defenders are evolving in there, it's really touching in there. And remember, back in the days, it was very hard to talk of a defender who would control the ball and pass it in there. You get? We only wanted defenders to clear the ball and it goes away. The midfielders had a proper control. Now, time came in when you only play with a defender, with one defender who is good on the ball and the other who does the dirty work. You remember partnerships like that of Nemanja Vidic and Rio Ferdinand in there. Remember like Arsenal, Sol Campbell and Tony Adams. Chelsea had John Terry and Carvalho in there. So you look at such partnerships in there. Now, football is changing. Football is changing. You must be having 2 centre backs, both good on the ball, and both have to be fast. You get? It looked like, because the way football is being played nowadays, it's all about zonal marking. You'll play on the left side of the central defense, and the other one will play on the right side of the central defense. You get? That's how things are in modern football. They are no longer at a level of you coming in and say that, for me, I'm the last man. No last man into this modern game of defending. There is no last man. So that means if at all we are playing zonal marking and one of the centre backs is playing on the right of the central defence and the other is playing on the left side of the central defence. What does that mean? It means this: you equally have to be on the same level. You get? That's why you see when I like days to see Varane playing with Eric Bay, because both of them are fast and they are good on the ball in there, and that means each and every side will be okay in there. No one will be suspect. You won't be worried of one another. But when you're playing with Harry Maguire, you are always worried, because he always puts himself into danger. You get? He's good on the ball. He has good attributes. Aerial presence, good on the ball when you pass it to him. His game reading is way up there, but he lacks pace and he can't do those tackles in there. Each and every time he tries to do a tackle, because he's slow, he ends up doing a foul and getting a yellow card in there. So, and I was watching one of the people on the Premier League TV. He said that Harry Maguire comes in from a team which goes by names of Leicester, that is used to play or to defend almost on the edge of the 18-yard box area of Leicester City. You understand? And you are playing at Manchester United with a team that really plays a high line, because United, it's a team that most of the times you won't see the ball in defense. They will be attacking and you have to be on alert, because United wants numbers. You are almost United, the defender of Manchester United has to know that they have to be on the center line. You get in there. That's where they're supposed to defend from, in there. And that space between Maguire and David Gea, it's too big for Harry Maguire to cover. That's why you see him being suspect in all of these games in there that we play. So I really come out and really pray for this to happen at Manchester United. I wish one day a manager comes in and strips Maguire of the captaincy. I really pray for that. I really want it to happen. I'm dying to see that happen at Manchester United, because he is not anywhere at a level of being a central defender of Manchester United. No way. Unless otherwise, United brings in a CDM, because when you bring in a CDM can easily trap a run. He can easily track a run. Even when Maguire is beaten, a good CDM can really track back and do the needful and really save the team in there. But I'm asking you a question before I really leave this central defense of Manchester United today. Do you miss Maguire in the previous two games we've played? I think no one of you is missing Maguire. So I really think that United have really come in through and did what they're supposed to do. And that central defense, I pray Harry Maguire doesn't come in there, because he looks suspect each and every time we are playing. When you look at Lindelof, he looked suspect, I think like two times in there. And one is when he really did a heavy touch. He had a heavy touch and the ball slided to a player who goes by names of Watkins. He recovered very well, but Watkins sat him down and he hit that ball and hit the crossbar and it got back into play. That's what saved us. I think that was the best game that Aston Villa got. It was the best chance that they had to capitalize and equalize onto us in there. But Lindelof, most of the times, he never really looked bad in there. And I don't want to judge him a lot, because he looked rusty for a reason. He has been out for like 15 days without playing football. And on top of that, he has been suffering from COVID, and you know what that means. COVID attacks you. And remember, the last game that he played for Manchester United, I think he got off when he was not breathing very well. That means signs of COVID were really starting to show up in him in there. And the next time you really had that, United had to miss out on the game of Brentford and Brighton, because COVID had really closed down us in there, where United had only 7 senior players in there that could start in the game of Brentford or Brighton in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How do you subscribe to our channel? You go into the right lower bottom corner, click the word subscribe, and after clicking that word, you click on the notification bell. That will let you know that you will get notified each and every time we upload a video onto this channel. Now, let me talk about Greenwood. Greenwood, very good. I like his talent. He's talented, sweet left foot in there. But what is costing his game is one. Greenwood is too selfish. If him and Rashford were not selfish into this game, United would have scored 4 goals instead of 1, because Greenwood got 2 chances where he was supposed to release Rashford, and Rashford was only remaining with the goalkeeper, and he tried to shoot them. You get? Greenwood got another chance of releasing a player who goes by names of Diego Dello after making a run from the right back to a good area in there, and Greenwood was standing on target, the left back of a team which goes by names of Aston Villa, which meant that if at all he really passed that ball to Diego Dalot was going to run into space alone in there. And guess what Greenwood does? Greenwood hits that ball, and it doesn't really pass in Diego Dalot. You get? He costed us goals in there. And Greenwood, too selfish, the same applied to Rashford. We had very many clear chances that we got in there. And the one that really annoyed me was that around the 70th minute when Bruno really released him through and he ran into space, and he knew, he never even, by the time he really ran into that space, his mind was telling him that you are going to, this is a solo effort, you are shooting this ball at the back of the net. He never looked, he never raised his eyes to look either where the goalkeeper was or there was another United player. What he did was hitting that ball in there, and it was a baby shot because Mings had slided into him and it didn't really make an impact in there. So that is a player who goes by the names of Jordan Sanchez, Mason Greenwood in there for you. That's why I will say that I know the game has really shifted to a level that we are playing with forwards in there, wide forwards. But look at Liverpool. They're having two wide forwards in Salah and Mane. But these wide forwards, when it's hard for them to shoot or take that shot, what they do is one, they really square in that ball to find out a player of Liverpool. They put out a pass to find a Liverpool player. And you'll see other players like Firmino scoring in there. The same applies to Sadio Mane. Look at Chelsea. That's what they do. You can look at Man City. That's what they do. They play with wide forwards. You get? Every team is playing with wide forwards in there for you. You get? Even Ronaldo used to be a wide forward. Messi used to be a wide forward in there. But they're not selfish to that level. You get? That's why you saw the other time Ronaldo was backing at Rashford onto the pitch. Reason? Because Rashford doesn't think what to do apart from shooting the ball to the goalkeeper in there. And I know the frustration they are on into because they don't have goals this season. They don't have goals this season because if I'm to really go on Rashford, I think Rashford has only 3 goals this season. Rashford, yeah. Rashford scored into the Champions League. He has 1 goal and 2 in the Premier League. Those are 3 goals. That is Marcus Rashford in there for you. When I go to Greenwood, let me go to Greenwood. Greenwood has 5 goals. He has 5 goals. 4 in the Premier League and 1 in the Champions League. He has played 20 games this season and he has only 5 goals. So I know the frustration in there for you, but you lose nothing. They say a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle, because that means if you are 1 candle and you have light, when you light another candle, light is going to be times 2. So I'm asking myself, why doesn't this sink into the heads of these Manchester United players? Yeah, why doesn't it sink into their heads? Because you lose nothing by lighting another candle. That's it. But I'm asking myself, why do people like Rashford and Greenwood keep being selfish game in, game out in there? And I think Rangnick should come in and call these things out in there. That's why I'm really very much perturbed with Anton Martial leaving Manchester United. I understand his reason is valid because he's not getting enough playing time. He missed out on the World Cup of 2018 because Mourinho treated him badly and he never got enough playing time. That's why he missed out on the World Cup. But United has a better player in Anton Martial, and I pray that Anton Martial really goes away on loan, and on loan he plays those last five months of this season, and Rangnick will get to know all the manager coming in at Manchester United, because after June Martial will have to return back at Manchester United to do the preseason with Manchester United, and after him playing well at Sevilla, because that's a sure he's going to come in and net in goals in there. I think the incoming manager at Manchester United will say, I want Martial to stay here. I want him to lead my line. And it's really going to be a very positive move for United. Reason being, Cavani will be leaving, would have left. That means there will be space in there for him, Ronaldo, Sancho in there, and maybe any other player in there. But to me, I will feel like this system of Rangnick is missing out on a player like Anton Martial, because he does the hold-up play very, very well in there, and no one does it better than him at Manchester United. And I just want to see Ronaldo playing with Anton Martial as a secondary striker. Ronaldo leading the line and Anton Martial playing as a secondary forward in there. All else, if this system is to work out, I really feel like Ronaldo should be leading the line with Bruno Fernandes. Then you either bring in Paul Pogba or Danny Van Beek, and another player who goes by the names of maybe Sancho in there. You get? So I really feel like United really has a very good squad, but what is really failing us is the selection of the team. I don't know whether Fletcher is really putting a hand into the selection, because in this game I expected I expected Danny Van Beek to come in and start, because you need him in the game of Aston Villa, because Scott McTominay is away, and as how things have ended in there, you're going to see Freddie and Matic starting to that middle in there, the defense in there, the midfield in there, because however much the game was tense, the manager didn't get Nemanja Matic off the bench, yet he really had a role to play, and Freddie had got a yellow card, but he played 90 minutes. What does that show you? It shows you that Scott McTominay is out of that game against a side which goes by the names of Aston Villa, that we're going to play at Villa Park on Saturday. That implies that Manchester United is going to start with Nemanja Matic in there. But I would have liked to see Donny van Beek coming in and playing well alongside a person like Freddie into this game. You get? So that's what I really wanted to say. But let's wait and see what really happens in there, because Donny van Beek came in and played some 20 minutes into this game when who was taken off the pitch? It was not Freddie, it was Edson Cavani. Edson Cavani was taken off the pitch, and United really looked like they were really closing down that game in there instead. So that's what I really had for you for the match reaction, as Manchester United played a side which goes by names of Aston Villa, and United won this one by 1-0. But all in all, what you saw on the pitch is not what, when you hear the result, it does not really impact or depict or give you the full meaning of what happened onto the pitch. This is Rokan David, aka RD, onto the Manchester United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. I'm out for now. See you later. We are broadcasting live from the African Cover Studios, and see you tomorrow with 5 things we learned from Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0, that happened down there at the Villa Park. I'm out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you.